Hey everyone, and welcome back. When we think of great nomadic empires from the vast Eurasian steppe, one name usually gallops to mind: the Mongols, led by the legendary Genghis Khan. But what if I told you that centuries, even millennia before them, other powerful horse lords ruled these endless grasslands, shaping history in ways we're only now fully understanding? Today, we're journeying back in time to meet two of the most influential yet often overlooked steppe empires, the Scythians and the Xiongnu. Let's start with the Scythians. Flourishing from about the 9th to the 2nd century BCE, their territory stretched from the Black Sea all the way to the borders of China. These weren't just scattered tribes. They were a sophisticated confederation of warriors, artists and traders. Picture this: mounted archers, so skilled they could shoot with deadly accuracy while riding at full speed. The ancient Greeks, like the historian Herodotus, were both terrified and fascinated by them, writing detailed accounts of their military prowess and unique customs. The Scythians were pioneers of cavalry warfare, a tactic that would dominate battlefields for the next 2,000 years. But they weren't just warriors. Archaeologists have unearthed breathtaking burial mounds, called kurgans, filled with incredibly intricate gold artifacts. These treasures, depicting griffins, stags, and scenes of daily life, show a rich artistic and spiritual world. They were a force of nature that traded with, raided and influenced settled civilizations from Greece to Persia, leaving an indelible mark on the ancient world. Now let's fast forward a few centuries and shift our focus further east, to the lands north of China. Here, around the 3rd century BCE, rose the Xiongnu. If you've ever wondered why the Great Wall of China was built, the Xiongnu are a huge part of the answer. They were a formidable confederation of nomadic tribes that became ancient China's most persistent and powerful northern rival. Under their charismatic leader, Modu Chanyu, they united the disparate tribes into a centralized empire that could field massive armies of horse archers. They developed a sophisticated political structure that allowed them to challenge the mighty Han dynasty for centuries. Their relationship with China wasn't just about conflict. It was also about complex diplomacy, trade, and even political marriages. The Xiongnu established a model for a powerful, unified steppe empire that would be copied by later groups, like the Turks and, yes, the Mongols. Their pressure on the Chinese frontier and their movements across the steppe had a domino effect, pushing other tribes westward and indirectly contributing to the great migrations that would later impact the Roman Empire. So, why do these ancient empires matter? The Scythians and the Xiongnu were the original architects of the steppe empire model. They perfected mobile cavalry tactics, created complex political structures to govern vast territories, and developed a unique way of life perfectly adapted to the harsh grasslands. They weren't just predecessors to the Mongols. They were giants in their own right, innovators who created the blueprint for nomadic power. They demonstrated that empires didn't just have to be built of stone and cities. They could be built on horseback, constantly moving, fluid and powerful. Their legacy is woven into the DNA of the Eurasian steppes, a story of power, art and adaptation that set the stage for all the horse lords who would follow. Thanks so much for joining me on this journey back in time. It is fascinating to see how history is so much deeper and more connected than we often think. If you enjoyed this video and want to explore more hidden histories, please hit that like button, and don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell so you won't miss our next adventure. See you in the next video.